Hello, this is Daryl from Lexus Parts Plus, ECU and navigation repair source. Today we're going to show you how to remove the Lexus IS250 350 navigation unit. Anyway, a couple things you'll need: 10mm socket, extension, some short ratchet or power tool. I use a magnetic socket, which really helps. 6mm socket, sorry, 8mm socket, or Phillips head screwdriver, and a small flat blade screwdriver, and a plastic pry tool. Alright, first and foremost, nothing gets between the dash and the nav screen. The dash is very delicate. You don't want anything to go between any of those units to pry on, so stay away from that. If your dash is already damaged or your door panels are already damaged, the Lexus is replacing those for free. Anyway, you're going to start with the, let's see, we'll start by removing the gear shift knob. Just unscrew that. And then we're going to start with these plastic final pieces there. Let's see if we can get better on that. Alright, these just pop up. Plastic tool, they just pop straight up and pull straight back out. Okay. If coffee gets in here or spilled drinks, they sometimes get tough to remove. So you're going to pull both of these up. They just pop out real easy. Okay. Next, move your center console back a little bit and you will pop this unit straight out. And it lifts straight up out. There will be two wires under here plugged in. Your seat heater and your gear shift light. Let's see. Those two wires there. Set this aside. Alright. Now we go to either 6mm, I'm sorry, 8mm, I don't know why I keep saying 6, but 8mm or Phillips. Remove the two Phillips head screws holding the ashtray in. Ashtray will come right out, and it has got one plug right there. Okay, now you notice through all of this I've left the gear shift knob in park, have not moved it. Alright, once you've got the ashtray out, there are two 10mm bolts holding the nav screen at the bottom. So I use magnetic because it pulls them right out. In the lower corners. Alright, next we go to the air vent. Now we're going to try and zoom in here and show you the air vents. Inside each air vent is a little plastic clip. Alright, let's see if we can get this good. Turn on. You've got these two little fingers in each vent. You're going to pull them down and they lock down. Once they're down, they lock straight down. So. Flat blade screwdriver and pull it right down until it locks open. Okay, all four of these, you can see right there, all four of those little tabs are down. Okay, go back here. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, so let's get this set back up. There we go. Now what you're going to do, if you can get through it with the plastic tool, the gap is kind of tight. Sometimes you use a little flat blade to open it up a little bit. And just put your plastic pry tool between these two units. Alright. can open it up. There we go. Just move it along, and this unit will pop open. This can sometimes be the toughest part, but you want to get them separated from each other. Come on. Some of these are very tight. There we go. See, now it's released from the bottom, and the air vent will slide right out. Notice nothing went between the dash and the air vent. You will have 2 wires on the bottom that you will need to unplug. Sometimes little flat blade helps you get these little connectors open. Okay. There we go. There's your 2 wires disconnected. Just tuck those to the side. Now, on this unit, we will notice the fingers are down. Leave these 4 fingers down. Do not pop them up before you put the unit in. Once you reinsert the unit, you go in through each vent and then pop them back up. This way you will not drag the dash when you put it back in. A lot of people miss this one and end up causing 4 grab marks on the dash. And like I said, this dash is very delicate. Let's put that aside. Now we will see here for 2 more 10mm bolts. Okay, now the nav screen is loose and ready to be pulled out. What you can do, the reason why I left this in park, is grab this screen. It just pulls straight out and set it down right there on top of that. Do not put any of this face on that. It will scratch it. Now we're going to go up top side, and you will see all the wires back here. Now, let's see if we can get this. Top one is tire pressure sensor. Okay, then you've got your nav screen connectors. Now, you will notice this is the only connector here that did not have a wire. And it is for the Mark Levinson system. If you have the Mark Levinson system, this will have a connector in it. So when you get back to putting this back in, that will be the only connector that will be left alone if you don't have the Mark Levinson system. And the one that you want to make sure you return back in, it gets left out all the time. I'm trying to get this with one hand. Hang on, let me set this camera up. Is your antenna wire. This little gray one always gets left off when people put it back in, and that is, you will not get your map to come up correctly. Okay, this is your air conditioner, your hazard panel light. People will leave this one off too because it's just off to the side. Your radio, this one connector here that is on is the one that's hard to remove. There's just a little finger in here that you pull up, and this will slide off just like that. You don't have, a lot of people will cut them. You don't have to, you just have to pull that little finger up. And you've got your little radio wires. If this is the Mark Levinson system, it will have more than 3 connectors. It will have 2 more at the bottom. Then your antenna wires. That is it. This screen is now completely unwired and can pull it out. There we go. Now, you can actually drive the car without the unit in there, but you will get an airbag light because this connector here has the airbag light and it doesn't see the bulb, and then your tire pressure monitor will go out. It will be lit. So those are the only two things. When you put the unit back in, they will light back up. There you go. That is the removal of the IS250 350, correct way, no dash problems. This is Daryl Geller from Lexus Parts Plus, ECU and Navigation Repair Source. You can reach me at 404-550-7511. Thank you.